and today I'm going to read you The Secret Plans, and it's also on the Oxford Reading Tree. So let's begin. Sometimes when Anneena's mum and dad went to work, they had to take Anneena with them. Her mum and dad ran a carpet cleaning company. They cleaned office carpets, and they often had to work in evenings. Anneena would find somewhere to sit, and she would read a book while her parents worked. She did enjoy spending evenings like this. Most of the time she was bored, but as it didn't happen very often, Anneena didn't mind. "Don't touch anything," her mum would say. One evening they found one of the offices in a terrible mess. There were papers all over the floor, and a man was putting things in a green filling cabinet. Come in," he said. "I got a nice new filling cabinet, so I'm having a spring clean." "How about all these papers on the floor?" asked Anneena's mum. "What should we do with them?" "Oh, throw them in the bin," said the man. Anneena picked up some big pieces of white paper. She asked the man if she could have them. "Of course," said the man. "Take what you like." He looked in his desk and took out some pencils. "You can have these pencils too," he said. "Then you can sit at my desk and draw a picture." "Thank you very much," said Anneena. The next day when she went to school, Anneena took the paper with her. The children in the class were excited because they were going to the zoo with Mr. Johnson. "Where did you get all that paper?" asked Chip. "It's scrap," she said. "We can use it in class." Mr. Johnson was pleased with the paper. He gave some to Miss May and asked Anneena to help him cut the rest. "We can use it for our zoo project," he said. "Why does it say top secret?" asked Anneena. I expect it's a joke," said Mr. Johnson. The coach arrived to take the class to the zoo. Before they got in, Mr. Johnson spoke to them. "Our last zoo trip was spoiled by the rain," he said. "This time nothing will go wrong." When can we eat our sandwiches?" asked Chip. "No eating till lunchtime. Work in groups," he said, "and find out all you can about your favourite animal. Draw a picture of it and find out what you like to eat." "I wonder if tigers like ham sandwiches?" asked Chip. "I expect they like chips," laughed Madden. Back in the office, the man who had given Anneena the paper was in trouble. He had lost some very important plans. He looked in his green filling cabinet, but couldn't find them. The plans were top secret and they were very important. The man had to go to a meeting with the Prime Minister and some very important people. The Prime Minister asked for the secret plans. I can't find them," he said. "What?" shouted the Prime Minister. The Prime Minister was worried. The Prime Minister was worried. "Try to remember where those plans are," she said. "They were in my old filling cabinet," he laughed. Then he went on. "I must have given them to the little girl," he said. Anneena's mum was worried when a big car stopped outside her house. Some people got out and knocked at the door. "Your little girl was given some paper," they said. "It's important that we get it back." "Oh," said Anneena's mum. "She took it to school." Back at school, Kipper was pleased. He had painted a picture for Miss May and he thought it was good. Everyone in the class had done a painting, but Kipper thought his picture was the best. "It's this paper," he said. "It's good to paint on." Suddenly the head teacher came into the classroom. She had some visitors with her. "I'm sorry," she said. "There has been a mistake. All the paper that Anneena brought in must be given at once." "Oh no," said Kipper. "That was my best picture." the zoo, the children were enjoying themselves. Anneena's group had gone to the tiger park. They were finding all they could about tigers. Wilf and Anneena were writing about them, and Nadim and Biff began to draw a picture. Chip was trying to find out what tigers like to eat. A keeper came to feed the tigers. "Excuse me," said Chip, "what do tigers eat?" "They like little boys best of all," said the keeper, "but only as a special treat." "I hope that's a joke," said Chip. Mr. Johnson came running looking very worried. He had some people with him. They were all looking worried. Some of them were soldiers. "We must find the others and go back to the coach at once," said Mr. Johnson. "Oh no," said Biff, "my drawing was looking good." "Never mind the drawing," said Nadim. "Who are all these people?" "There has been a bad mistake," said Mr. Johnson. All the paper that Anneena brought in wasn't scrap. It was something very secret and important. A soldier spoke to the children. "It is very important that we find every piece of paper," she said. "I hope you haven't thrown any away." 3 of the children had thrown them away, so they went and looked in the bins. The children had to go into the coach and go back to school. "That's the second time our zoo trip has been spoiled," cried Biff. "I was really enjoying it." "I can't think why we couldn't stay," said Nadim. "We gave all the paper back." Back at school, all the pieces of paper were laid on the floor of the hall. "We must check that every bit has been found," said Mr. Johnson. "We can't go home until then. The trouble is, all the paper has been cut into pieces." The police and soldiers tried to put the secret plans together. It was like doing jigsaw puzzles. They scratched their heads and rubbed their chins. "At this rate, we'll be here all night," said Chip. The children looked at the pieces of paper. "This bit goes here, and that bit goes there," said Biff. "And that will fit with that," said Abbott, "if you turn it round." Thanks to the children, the pieces of paper were soon put back together. "Oh no," said Biff, "there are still 2 pieces missing." "They are important pieces," said the man. "They must be found." Chip had one of the missing pieces. He had it in his pocket. He didn't want to hand it in because he had drawn a picture of Mr. Johnson on it. In the end, Chip gave it back. Mr. Johnson wasn't very pleased when he saw it. One piece was still found. Anneena knew where it was. She hadn't wanted to say because she had made a paper aeroplane out of it. Mr. Johnson climbed the ladder and pulled the aeroplane down. Now that the secret plans had been found, the grown-ups were pleased. But the children were fed up. "Our day at the zoo was spoiled," said Danny, "because we had to come early again." "And I lost my best ever picture," said Kipper. A week later, a lorry came to the school. It was full of paper. Some of the children helped to unload it. The paper has been a present for the school. It had been sent to say thank you to the children for helping find the secret plans. A week later, the children in Mr. Johnson's class had a surprise. The coach came to take them to the zoo. "Third time lucky," said Mr. Johnson. "Let's hope nothing will go wrong this time." At the zoo, the children were given a picnic. "This makes up for the day that was spoiled," said Chip. "What a super picnic. You'll be able to finish your work on your favourite animal," said Mr. Johnson. "Yes, and I know what tigers like to eat," said Chip. On the way to the tiger park, they went past the elephant house. Anneena looked at the man who was cleaning it out. "It looks like the man who gave me all the paper," she thought, "but it can't be. Why would he be working in the zoo?" So I hope you enjoyed this book, and please subscribe to my channel and give this video a like.